There's something that frustrates me to no end. And it's when someone says, "Oh, I can't eat healthy because I can't afford that," as they go out to eat. It's crazy. Like, eating healthy does not have to be expensive. In fact, you can definitely do it on a very tight budget. And that's what we're talking about today. So strap in and get ready for episode 110. Let's go.
I've always been that skinny guy.
Why can't I gain muscle mass?
What do I do in the gym?
They said I'd always be skinny.
This is your complete source for how to gain lean muscle and break out of your skinny body. From nutrition to getting the most out of your workouts and everything in between. We know just how frustrating gaining muscle mass can be, but don't worry, we've got you covered. You're listening to the Bones to Bulk podcast. Hey, welcome to today's episode. My name is Brian Parody. I will be your host today, and we're talking about how to eat healthy on a budget. Because let me tell you something, I'm cheap. I don't like spending money. I hate spending money. Hate it. Ask my wife, drives her crazy. And you don't have to spend a lot of money to eat healthy. And I'm going to tell you how. But before we jump into that, head on over to youtube.com/bones to bulk. Check out our Bones to Bulk YouTube channel. Chock full of all different videos, from recipes, food ideas, exercises. Like, there's all kinds of stuff on there. You can actually follow along to exercises and not just hear me talk about them. So how do you eat healthy on a budget? Well, first off, in order to eat healthy, you have to eat organic. Not true. I don't buy anything organic. Nothing. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with organic. Personally, I don't think the benefits from eating organic outweigh the cost. I don't. So, I'm sorry, I don't buy organic. That's one way to cut down the costs. The second way is, most people that I know who eat unhealthy eat out a lot. And I mean a lot. Hitting up drive-thrus several times a week, if not every day. Going out to eat with the family or with friends a couple times a week. And that alone, all that eating out, that adds up. I went to a restaurant the other night with my wife, and our bill ended up being around, with tip and everything, around $50. And I mean, $50, that's a third of what our weekly groceries cost. That's right. We spend about $150 a week on our groceries. That's for a family of 4. That's not just me. That's a family of 4. We spend about $150 a week, and it is doable. Now, there's several ways to do this. Number one, I shop at Aldi's, which if you have an Aldi's near you, you need to freaking go check them out. They're freaking incredible. If you don't, rest assured there's other cheap options. I used to shop at Kroger. Kroger has an app you can download. Most grocery stores do now. You can constantly be searching through coupons, find coupons. There's an app called Ibotta. So it's Ibotta, like Ibotta. And you can, again, search through tons of different items, add the coupon, and then all you do is when you're done checking out, you scan the receipt, and it gives you cash back for all those coupons. Like money deposited in your PayPal account. Crazy, right? So there's tons of different options out there to help you save money. So that's first thing. Now, second thing is, you don't have to buy organic. So just cut that off the chopping block. You don't have to buy fancy, crazy health stuff that you've never even heard of and can't pronounce. You don't. The basics. So when it comes to meat bases, typically we buy ground turkey and chicken. That's kind of our go-to. We buy every week. Once in a while, we'll buy fish if it's on sale. Sometimes we'll buy turkey breast, or especially around Thanksgiving when turkeys are cheap, we'll buy a few of them and freeze a couple. That way we're putting those back, and because, man, they're super cheap around that time of year. So that kind of takes care of our meat sources. We spend roughly about $25 on meat for the week. That's probably the highest category of cost over anything. Then when we move into our grains, we do like rice, quinoa, oatmeal, whole wheat breads, whole grain pastas, and that's kind of our standard carbs. Also, potatoes is in there. I know I'm missing something else too, but that's kind of the bulk of our carbohydrate sources. Then we get lots of fresh veggies, again, not the organic kind. We'll try to pick what's on sale that week. So, if zucchinis and squash are on sale, we'll grab those. Or if bell peppers are on sale, we'll grab a bunch of those. Or look for what's on sale and go with it. Same with fruit. We'll grab whatever's on sale that week. So that automatically helps save money there. That kind of takes care of your meats, your carbohydrates, and your vegetables and fruits, which still are technically carbohydrates, but I'm kind of breaking those up. Healthy fats, I mean, that's kind of like stuff like peanut butter, olive oil, avocados. So the list isn't long for those. Once you get all that stuff, that's kind of the basis for your meals. There's not a lot else you need. Spices and some canned goods. Like we get beans and chickpeas and some tuna fish and crushed tomatoes. We'll get some frozen veggies like corn and broccoli, peas, things like that. And it's not hard when you get creative to make great tasting meals out of these simple, basic food groups. Because stuff like rice and potatoes and quinoa and frozen veggies and then your meat, that stuff isn't expensive. Our average meal for the four of us, like for a dinner, still costs less than if I were to go get like a super deluxe meal at a fast food restaurant, which like usually now are like $8-9. It's insane. Don't think that eating healthy and eating at home costs a fortune, because it doesn't. It takes some planning. There are a ton of great one-pot meals we do. Turkey chili. It's like beans and ground turkey, crushed tomatoes, chili seasonings, onion, some garlic. We throw corn in there. I'm sorry if you don't believe in putting beans and other elements in chili, but we love beans and corn and meat in our chili. So whether that's chili or not, I don't know, but it's good. And that meal is roughly like $8 for us to make. And that feeds all four of us for 2 nights. Yes, that's insane, because we do like 5 cans of beans, a couple cans of corns, a pound of ground turkey, and then a lot of broth with it. Plenty of food for 2 nights. Add some whole wheat bread on the side, a healthy salad on the side, and you've got like an outstanding meal. So again, get creative with your meals. You don't have to spend a lot of money. If you just cut out eating out and fast food during the week in the restaurants, and I'm not saying you can't ever do that. Like usually my wife and I go out at least once a month, and maybe we'll pick up something smaller once a month as well. So a couple times a month. I'm not saying you can never do those things, but what I'm saying is if you cut those things down and don't make those a daily habit, you will save so much money. I pack my breakfast, I pack my lunches because, I want a healthy meal. I want to know what I'm eating. I want to know what my macros are. I've meal prep, all that good stuff. But on top of that, it's so cost efficient. So cost efficient. My lunches are like on average a couple bucks. What can you get at a restaurant for a couple bucks that's going to fill you up and be packed with the nutrients you need? Not much. Not really anything. Maybe a side, and it's probably going to be crap. If you've never done it, believe me, you can eat healthy on a budget. Doesn't take a lot of money. In fact, you'll probably start saving money because, like I said, when you get down to those basic ingredients, those things like potatoes and rice and oatmeal and pasta and all that stuff is way cheaper than all the artificial crap in the grocery store. Like, do an analysis. Go look at like a 2-pound bag of rice and a package of cookies, like Chips Ahoy or Oreos or something. It's way cheaper. And guess what? That rice is going to last a whole lot longer and go a whole lot further. Like, your good foods go a lot further. So again, I can't emphasize this enough. If you're using that as an excuse not to eat healthy, guess what? You don't have that as an excuse anymore. All right, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you tuning in. If you're on Facebook, check out our Facebook group. We have a great group of people over there, all different stages of the fitness journey, from beginner to intermediate to expert. We have other trainers in there. Everybody is just, I'm overwhelmed with how encouraging everyone is in there. So if you are on Facebook, check out our Bones to Bulk group. With that being said, remember, no matter what anybody tells you, what things stand in your way, what excuses you are making yourself, you can put all that stuff behind you and accomplish any goal. You've got this.